Hey, what's up everyone? We are back here, Moonrise, doing our daily arena again. So you get a random team for those that are just tuning in. You get a ticket about every 16 hours right now is the cooldown. They might be changing this. This is in a beta phase still. And you get 10 random Solari right there. You get to choose 6 for your team. You get 6 random relics. You get to choose 2 of those for your team. For any of those that have followed me, they know my typical strategy, starting off with your relics here, because you got to figure out what your Warden can do. These are all the moves that your Warden casts. So you have a Warden, which is like a trainer in Pokemon, and then you have 2 monsters or 2 creatures or 2 Pokemon that are fighting with you. And your Warden skills are based on these relics. So the first one here, we have Refreshing Tide. It's a major heal, and it applies Cleanse to all allies. This is the boot up time right here, so 45 seconds, and then 80-second cooldown, so it's a very, very long cooldown. 67 health regeneration, and then a cleanse on everyone, which is pretty good. The next one we have Stonewall, 3-second boot up, so almost instant, and all ally Solari. It will apply Stone Shield, so it means they take less stone damage. 70-second boot up time, or cooldown time, I should say. Then the last one is Stunning Shock, and this is the machine gun relic that stuns. Probably the best relic in the game right now, for PvP at least. In my opinion, that is. So, 4-second boot up really quick, 20-second cooldown really quick, any target enemy, so you can hit the Warden if you want, you can't hit any Solari. It does a guaranteed stun, and it does a small amount of damage. So it's a little small peck amount of damage, and we are going to go take that one right there. The next one we have down here for our minor relics, we have a Voltaic Rend. This is a new one, I've never seen this one before. 0 boot up, 10-second cooldown, chance to apply Chain Lightning. So it occasionally applies Chain Lightning, and it does 30 damage. So really, really, really lightning fast skills there. We also have a Blazing Assault, 12-second boot up, 15-second cooldown. Will apply Burning, so to one enemy, target enemy, 20 damage. And then we have Team Resist here. It will deflect all spirit damage, the next spirit attack from all your Solaris. You don't really want to have, in my opinion, 2 really quick boot up time on your relics, because there's casting time and casting animation, and you can't just cast right between, enemy Solaris and your Solaris. So there's kind of like a turn order, even though it is a real-time combat. You have to wait for the other Solari, other creatures, the opponents, to actually cast and throw out their skills. So having a longer boot time is actually beneficial. So we're going to take a Team Resist here because, for one, it's got a long boot time. Typically, the longer the boot time, the better the relic it is, because they kind of balance it like that. But Team Resist is extremely powerful. It keeps your guys alive. It will deflect 1 attack, spirit-based attack, and if they are not careful, that can be the big difference maker. Instead of doing a small minor amount of damage, like 20 and 30 damage, we can block, hits that we're going to do 100 damage to us. Alright, so those are all relics for right now. So the Machine Gun Lightning Relic, and then the Team Deflect. We have a whole bunch of water guys. So we're just going to take a look at our team. Nemonarch, 2 evolutions over here. These guys are mainly healers from what I remember. His passive trait, you'll want to take a look and remember these traits, because they're always the same in the arena. So get used to what these guys have, because when you fight against them, they're going to have these same kind of traits. So if there's some guys that have like Toxin Proof and Burn Proof, you want to memorize that so you don't throw those kind of skills at him. So this guy deals more poison damage, takes less poison damage. His unique skill is a poison attack, small damage, a 27-second boot up time. Occasionally, receives toxin because of the infect there. It's a guaranteed infect. We have a quick heal, huge cooldown though, 174 seconds. So pretty much it's a one fight, one use, once per fight. Can you use that big heal? And then we have erosion here. Not too great. Let's take a look at his evolve form. So his evolve form a lot better. He's got a lot more poison damage and poison moves on here, which is going to go great with his passive. This one, his Stinging Assault, 53-second boot up time, but it hits all enemies. It does Toxin, Slow, and Stun. This is a huge, huge move. Slow is incredibly powerful. It's got a healing wave, which is kind of eh. and then the Watering Tide. So unfortunately, though, he has no 0-second boot up times. So that makes him actually really bad. He's going to be inactive for around 16 seconds. His earliest attack is actually 13 seconds. So it's going to take you 13 seconds of doing nothing with a Nimrarch for him to get his first skill off. That's kind of bad, actually. We probably actually won't take him because of that reason. Let's take a look at what else we have here. Blockhead is a tank. We definitely want him. He is going to keep everyone alive. Hatchwing. If it would gain burning, instead it gains resolve. This is a very, very important Solari to have in your team. You need a fire person. You probably want to have one of every affinity. So he is fire-based. Let's go ahead and take out the Nimrarch. Sorry, no 0 boot-up skills. You're out. So we have a fire. We have Blockhead. Orbat. Orbat is a basic creature, which works out really well because it doesn't have any weaknesses. It's only weak to actually dark attacks, but no Solari in the arena currently have dark attacks, so it makes it a really, really nice Solari to have. Unfortunately, its trait is it takes more electric and nature damage, so you kind of want to watch out for lightning creatures and nature creatures. He also has a massive damage water attack here, 45 damage, and quick boot up, quick cooldown. This is probably the strongest water attack in the game, plus with his passive of actually doing more water damage, and water attacks generally are very, very weak. So this is a huge, huge water Solari here. We are going to keep him on our team. Tadpedal deals more water damage, but unfortunately, as you'll notice here, his water attacks are very small. He's only got one water attack that has 14 damage right there. His unique actually does do damage, 16 damage, but compared to the Orbat, where it did 45, and it also does more water damage, the Tadpedal just does not cut it. Zigmint, skills charge up faster here. He has a pretty decent lightning attack, will apply chain lightning, but it will apply backlash as well. 7-second cooldown, or boot up, 18-second boot cooldown. 7-second boot up, and 18-second cooldown. He has Spark Barrage, which is a great chance to stun. Does a small amount of damage, does Chain Lightning, and has a chance to stun. That is a great move right there. And then he can hit the Warden if he wants to. The Buzzle here, not really a fan of Buzzle. He's got a lot more poison attacks. I don't think he doesn't even actually have a lightning attack here. It's very interesting. So, we have a lot of water creatures. Thunderfly. Thunderfly is he any good? Skills charge a lot faster, deals a lot less damage. He's got haste. Thunderfly is not good. We are removing Thunderfly. Alright, so the reason he's not good, his skills charge a lot faster, deals a lot less damage. He has no damage dealing skills in here already. He has Team Haste, which is kind of worthless in the arena mode here. He's already fast on his own. Arc Jolts hits any target enemy, but it only does 11 damage. And with his passive, he's not going to actually do a lot of damage. It's just, no. Thunderflight, no. Not a good Solari. So, it actually looks like we're going to have to take the Zigmint, and we're going to go with this team right here. So we have 3 kind of water-based creatures. We're water-heavy. We need to pretty much start off with water, because we don't care if one dies. But if everything else, if we start off with fire and lightning, and one of these guys dies, and now they bring out a lot more nature creatures or things like that they're weak to, we have no counter to it. So you kind of want to start off, in my opinion, with things that you have a lot of. So just in case they die, you're not really worried. We have Pesterclaw, which is like a tank-style unit as well. He doesn't really do that much damage. His unique is really good, though, and will be all the damage that you have is his unique. Thankfully, it's a 6-second boot up and 10-second cooldown. Other than that, he's got a guard team, and he's got a spirit shield. So let's go in like this. We're going to start off with 2 water creatures here, again with our Stunning Shock. Cutting out the loading time for you guys. If you want to play around noon Pacific Standard Time. Alright, so first opponent is an NPC here. We're going to try and counter what they bring out. So, bringing out 2 water creatures. Get a Stunning Shock up the Orabats. to interrupt him, because the Orbat will do a decent amount of water damage. What we have, we're going to go Soaring Tide here to throw some erosion on them. We put Clint on our little crab guy over there. So erosion makes them take more damage, and you also take a massive amount of water damage thanks to erosion. So you can see huge amounts of water damage there. The deflect paid off. The Orbat was unable to get off skill there. Looks like our Neminox is going to go down here. The Hatchwing is healing up. Big Dizzy Miss. On the Dizzy Misses, only the actual base damage gets reflected back, so all the status effects like Chain Lightning and such will go through still. So Aerodactyl, he's got a lot of people that are weak to stone, or are weak to lightning actually. The Aerodactyl is weak to lightning because of that passive. And then the Squillix is a water creature, so he is definitely weak to lightning. I'm going to bring out our Orobats. His first move that he's got is a Deflect. Or an Evade, actually. We're going to put the Polaris Beam on the Phalanx over there. We're going to try and interrupt the Phalanx, the Lightning Cats. Oh, we got big interrupted there. That's going to cause a lot of pain. So we had to re-queue all our skills. When you're fighting the AI, you're at a huge speed disadvantage. So they got Clint on their team over there. They got Resurgence as well. We have Guard team up, so thankfully our Orbat is going to live. We're using the... Oh, the Guard team did not protect. Dizzy Miss. Yeah, we are in deep trouble here. Dizzy Miss. So he's almost down. He's dizzy as well. 2-on-2. We have a shot here. Granite Renewal to protect and to heal up. We get some regeneration there. We got Team Evade coming out. So they're going to be slippery when wet. We missed there. They evaded, but you can see the interrupt still happened. So now we're throwing Dizzy on them. Hopefully, we can get some chance of Dizzy's off over there. They got a huge interrupt. Taking one down. I think we have this right here. Force Pulse. We're going to guard with our Blockhead. Actually, that probably wasn't a good thing to do. So we're guarding, and then we're healing up. That actually worked out for us. He didn't use an attacking skill to hit my Blockhead. We're going to Stunning Shock to interrupt there. Blockhead now has Obsidian Drill ready to go. 50 points of damage here. Oh, Blockhead. Oh, wow, we got taken out there. So, wow. 2-on-1 and we lost that fight.